Hey, what's up, guys? This is TeamDemise Andy here, and today we're reviewing episode 284 of Fairy Tail, titled Memoirs. This is the best episode of Fairy Tail since before the Grand Magic Games. I don't care what anybody says, this episode was amazing. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Most of this episode was ZEREF'S backstory. The other half was full-on nostalgia. I loved every second of it. There's stuff that I thought we already knew in the series that we didn't. Apparently that was just in the manga. But without further ado, let's jump into it.
Back from the dead.
So we start things off with Zeref. Now, if you watch One Piece, Zeref is kind of like Shanks. Whenever he shows up, I get a little, hyped up, just ready. Little did I know this was going to be a 90% episode about Zeref. So we go back to when Zeref was a little kid in the Miladian Academy of Magic, and he was a prodigy at that time. His only problem was his little brother died, so he was always questioning life and death as a small child. And that was looked down upon. It was like taboo for him to do that. But then we go right into our intro, and, the intro's the intro. It's been the same for a while now, but it's still good, whatever. Can't really knock it since it's just an intro, but... we move on, and this was when I finally put two and two together, and I'm like, damn, we're gonna get a full episode of Zeref. I didn't even think about the title of this until I watched it. And now I'm pissed off I didn't watch it on time. Because this episode was amazing. Excuse me. So, we find out that Zeref had an obsession. Like, he was asphyxiated with reviving Natsu, which I thought everyone already knew. But apparently it comes out in this episode. The darkness attacks, though, when the dude expels him from the school for messing with death. And he tells him, your brother's never coming back. So Zeref explodes. He kills every teacher and student in the academy. Everybody. And he didn't even mean to. It was literally like a second of outburst. And he didn't even attack. It was just all manifested by a demon. Or a god, whatever. He was given the curse of contradiction, which basically makes it to where if he cares about life, he kills it. So the only way to nullify is if he stops caring about life. But he decided he didn't want to live anymore, so he created life itself, which I forgot about this. He created all of the demons in the Book of Zeref to kill him, including E.N.D, which is Natsu. I thought this was already in the anime for some reason, because I've known about it since it came out in the manga. And back then, I thought I was cool because I knew about it, but now I was like, do anime watchers really not know that Natsu and Zeref were brothers? I was really lost on this. But then Zeref says he has to go meet somebody, so he'll save the rest for later, and it's Acnologia. I jizzed in my pants when I seen this. I'm not gonna lie, this was the hypest I think I've ever been in about 6 months for an anime. Oh my gosh, dude. He says to Zeref, he goes, he's talking about fighting Acnologia. And he's like a human versus a dragon versus a immortal. But then we cut from that. We immediately cut from that and go to back to Lucy and Natsu and all them, and they're like, we're all gonna meet up. And then Lucy gets scared because she doesn't think anyone's gonna want to meet up with them, and because she sent out letters after 1 year of being silent, which that's kind of a dick move. But yeah, Fairy Tail is all about friendship. Everyone should come back, but Lucy's having these second thoughts where she's scared to death that no one's gonna come. And, I wasn't even thinking about this, at first, because I was just I just witnessed Zeref fucking, give Acnologia the cold shoulder like he was gonna fuck him up. And I was just like, oh, well, maybe, Urza and them, because they said that they're all gonna meet back up. I was like, oh, what if nobody does show up, I was like, oh, damn, that would suck. But, no. In fact, we get a few little cameos here. Kana shows up behind Lucy just as she's having her doubts, and she tells us as if we'd forget after 1 year. And I love Kana's character. She's a drunk, but she's cool. So they walk up, and Kana kind of drags her, and everyone's there. I had the biggest nostalgia kick ever right here. All these characters I've grown to love because Fairy Tail was like my second anime I ever watched. I loved these characters back in the Disney, and when Natsu raised the fucking broken, battered flag, I was like, I'm home too, Lucy. I love this anime, and I remember why. It's not that great. It's not this or that. It's a show that I personally care about. And we cut to the end, and I'm like, I cannot wait for next week. But, yeah, if you like this video, or you like what I'm trying to do here on this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun, with a rose and a gun, feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun.